Hi friends! So I have 5 frugal wins and 1 frugal fail for you today, which is much better than last week. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas because you'll be seeing this after Christmas. And I just hope you all got to spend time with your families and celebrate the goodness of the season and had just a fantastic time. And I hope you got something that you wanted or will appreciate or get to use. So, all right, my frugal wins are number 1, I had a kind of bad experience at my local laundromat. I went and I was washing my comforter and it didn't spin out. And I was really mad because the past 2 times before that I had went to the laundromat, I had also had a machine that didn't spin out. Now, if you just have a bunch of like regular clothes in there, it's not that hard to wring them out and then throw them in the dryer, and it only takes a little longer to dry. But this was a giant comforter, my black one that you'll normally see on my bed, and so I had to wring out that thing and dry it for extra time, and it's already in not great condition. And I was mad enough that I left a note for the owner, who called me back the next day and kind of made some. He gave me a $10 refund though, because and you know, I get it. That's why I didn't complain the first 2 times, because I understand that kind of thing happens. You own a laundromat, you can't always have all of your machines working. Occasionally someone's going to find one, but 3 times in a row, no. So I'm glad he gave me that $10 refund back. That will pay for half of next month's laundry, so that's awesome. All right, number 2, speaking of comforters, I got a new comforter set. Look at it. Isn't it pretty? This pretty little comforter set is gorgeous. I went to the thrift store because I was looking for some button-ups for a pillow DIY I'm doing for you guys, and I found this sucker, which is actually a practically brand new Lauren Conrad bed set, and it was the queen comforter and the 2 pillow shams for $5. Now, you guys don't know this, but on the list of things that I was kind of looking for myself for Christmas, since my family gives me money, and then I give them, we exchange money, and then we go out shopping for what we want for ourselves. One of the things on my list was bedding, and I looked everywhere for bedding. We tried doorbuster deals on bedding, and I just couldn't find anything I liked at a reasonable price. The reason I want a new bedding is because my pretty floral black comforter has so many patches in it now that I was a little afraid it wasn't going to last all of next year. So since I decided to go looking on Black Friday, because that is the season where you can get some good deals. So I didn't find anything. I was a little disappointed, and that's and then I ordered the one online and ended up paying to ship that back, and that sucked. But then I just stumbled across this thing. It's so pretty. I love it. And it's got like eyelets in it, and it's different shades of pink. And it was $5. And it was in practically perfect condition. There was like a weird piece of plastic in it, but that was easy enough to just make a snip, pull it out. I think it was supposed to like brace it, and then it like melted in the dryer or something. So I think that's why someone donated it. I looked it up online. It's called the Lauren Conrad Forget-Me-Not set, and it's $140 new. And I got it for $5 plus the amount of time it took for me to cut a small hole in it, pull out this weird piece of mesh plastic, and sew that back up by hand, which took maybe 10 minutes. So that is a fantastic deal. It is very, very warm because it is very, very cold in Arkansas right now. And I've been able to stay warm under this thing for the past couple of nights. And I have bedding that will last me through next year. I'm not getting rid of the old black comforter. I'll still be able to use that sometimes, but I really don't think it would have lasted throughout an entire another year until winter of next year again. So I'll get to prolong the life of it just a little bit and stop patching that thing, because good lord, I was sick of patching it. It's too big to put in my sewing machine, so I kept having to do it by hand. So that was a huge win. I think that was like kind of my deal of the season. You know, I got this sweater the same week for $5, but that was a much better deal, and I really, really like it. And yeah, it's pink, and it's multiple shades of pink and eyelets, but you know what? I'm single. I don't have to share this bed with anybody other than Rory, and she's a girl too. So I figure, why not have like a super fluffy, girly, ruffly pink bedroom set, because who cares, right? You guys are gonna have to look at it, but I have a feeling you're with me on this because it was an excellent deal. So, all right, number 3. I found some thrift store button-ups, not the same place I found this, but I got some thrift store button-ups, and I made some pillow covers, some kind of holiday wintry pillow covers for the pillows on my couch. This was not a necessary expense, but I really like it, and it makes the place feel very homey and cozy and wintry. And I'll have a DIY. I'll have already had the DIY up, so y'all will have seen this by the time you see this video, because these run a week behind. But I really like them, and I think they're really cute, and I was able to make them for just a couple bucks each. So that was awesome, and I hope some of you guys made them too. If you did, tag me in your picture, like on Instagram or Facebook or something, because I'd love to see them. All right, number 4. I took a day trip yesterday. Today is Sunday. I took a day trip on Saturday to Fort Smith because I have family coming in this weekend for Christmas. And I have to feed them. And normally I only have to feed me, but I have to feed Vince and Beth, and they'll be here for 3 whole days. So Beth and I kind of made a meal plan, and she's not leaving me completely to myself to feed them both for 3 whole days. She's bringing like the ham for Christmas, and she's gonna do a couple other meals, but I'm still gonna be responsible for feeding them the rest of the time. And obviously feeding 3 people is going to take more than just feeding me, because if it were just me, I'd probably be happy eating like a can of tomato soup or a cereal for at least a meal or 2 of those. I'm not that hard to cook for, but since they'll be here, we're obviously want to do a little bit of planning. I want to plan desserts, and I just want to have a really great holiday weekend with them and enjoy it. So after Beth and I made the meal plan, I had everything down that I was going to be responsible to buy, and I looked on Deals to Meals, because I normally shop and price match at Walmart. The things that I needed were not on good deals there. And then I pulled up Aldi and Fort Smith's weekly ad, and they actually had almost everything in Fort Smith that I needed, and some good stuff that I really wanted to get for a lot less money. So I actually spent about $8 in gas to get there and back, to save about $30 in groceries, which I consider a win. And I was able to pick up some stuff that I really like from there and I can't get here. Like I'm not a huge drinker, and I know you guys know that I'm not a huge drinker, but I do like, there is a root beer, like a hard root beer that they sell at Aldi, which is really, really good. And so I was able to pick up a 6-pack of that. And I normally don't get to drink that because I don't just run up to Fort Smith for anything. But while I was there, I grabbed some of that. I was able to get some food. I already had some alcohol from when I went down to visit them for Thanksgiving. Wine, because we drink wine. But yeah, it was a really nice day. And while I was there, the 5th frugal thing is that I, a little while back, won a giveaway on Lydia Sin's channel for a Starbucks gift card. And so I was able to go and get a Starbucks, I think she said triple espresso skinny vanilla latte while I was there. And this thing was huge and it was delicious, and I was able to get it completely free. It was like a $7 drink, which is insane. I cannot believe people regularly pay that much for coffee out of their own pockets. And I never would have gone to Starbucks and ordered some fancy drink if I hadn't had the gift card. But because I did, Rory has decided to join us. But because of Lydia's sweet giveaway, I was able to treat myself and not have to actually spend any money out of my own pocket for that. My fail of the week was while I was in Fort Smith. When I'm there, I like to use some of my restaurant money to delight myself in some culinary experiences that are not exactly available in Mena, because Mena has about 4 restaurants, and 2 of them are Mexican places. One of them is very good, but it's still low option. So I planned, since I was going to be there pretty much all day, I planned out lunch and dinner. For dinner, I stopped by my favorite like cheap sushi place. It's like $10, and I got a ton of really good sushi and some noodles and stuff like that. It was delicious. But for lunch, which was right about the time I got there, I just decided to stop in at the place closest to Target, which is where I was going first. And that was a Cheddar's. Now, I don't think I've ever eaten at a Cheddar's before, but I was not really impressed. I didn't know what was good there because I'd never been there, but I ended up ordering like a sampler platter because I thought that might be good, and it ended up being like some undercooked potato logs with bacon bits and cheese on them, which I don't think you should ever pay for because that's too easy to do at home. You can do that at home. Never pay for a baked potato out because it's like $4, but a potato costs about 20 cents. So It just doesn't make sense in my brain, and some cheese sticks and some chicken tenders. Now, the chicken tenders, they would have tasted better had I gotten them from Burger King, and the cheese sticks were nothing special at all, and that was like $12 for that little sampler platter. So I was very disappointed in that. I did, however, have a drink while I was there, a margarita, and that was very good. That was not a $20 overall meal good, but the margarita was good because you can't order alcohol where I am. So when I'm away, I like to imbibe just a little bit. I've been talking about drinking a lot. Y'all probably think I'm some sort of booze hound, but I'm not. I'm just not. So maybe around the holidays a little bit. No, not even then. But I do drink a little more around the holidays. So, all right. Those are my frugal wins and my frugal fails. Please let me know how yours are and tell me how your Christmas went. I so want to hear all about it. I love you guys. Merry Christmas. Bye.